You might have seen my recent eyeshadow declutter, and this is what remains in my collection in terms of single pan eyeshadows. So I kind of haphazardly put things in here, pulled some out for a travel palette, but other than that, I never got around to reorganizing things, so I would like to, so that it is easier for me to find things in this jumble. So I'm going to take everything out, and I might start with my travel palette. I think I'm going to put my Franken blush in here and then put some eyeshadows that I'd like to travel with or just use more frequently in this little compact. While I'm doing this, I'd also like to set aside the shades that I think would be good to project pan this year in terms of what I would like to Franken. I don't use a ton of mid-tone eyeshadows anymore like this. I feel like I would get more use out of this if it was Franken into a blush, so I'm thinking I might Franken it with this white to make it slightly cooler and paler. This gold right here, I feel like I could just get away with using the golds in my Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette, so I can feel comfortable panning this. I might mix it with this really pale pink. Maybe together they would make a pretty highlighter, or maybe I can mix them to make a glowy blush at one point. I'm not sure how long it'll take me to use this, but once I finish this up, I know I'll be searching elsewhere. I think that's going to be it in terms of project panning, so I will keep these to the side and think about them if I want to Franken them in the future. But now let's talk about what I want to put in this palette right here. I want to get some use out of things I don't use a ton of. This shade, I haven't used it all last year. I think it would be a really pretty pairing with this as a really subtle kind of look. So I'm going to put those in here to get some use out of that. Maybe it's the Winter Wonderland thing that's drawing me in, but I'm going to put this one in as well. Maybe this would be a good time for me to figure out. These ones I kept, but I wasn't entirely sure if I would want to keep them. So I'm going to put them in here as things that I want to try out, because if I find that this kind of silvery blue does the trick, I might not need that silver. This will be me kind of giving some of these a try, making sure all of this is something that I love using. And this is a very inspiring kind of Winter Wonderlandy color story. I just realized I wanted to put it in here because it's more travel friendly, so let me just switch this out. So I switched it out into this palette. I think I want to make this one a more warm neutrals palette and this one have more of my bright colors and cooler tones. So I'm starting to organize them, trying to figure out how many warm neutrals I really have. I think maybe I'll do a purpley pinky one and then a bluey greeny side. So we'll see how that works. Decided, since I'm not sure if I want to Franken this, I'll just place this here, and now it looks so much better. And these three I definitely want to Franken. Maybe not the white one if I can't find a purpose for it, but these two I think would make a nice shade together, and I might mix it with a blush or something to make a blush glowier. But as you can see, here's going to be my little travel palette. Then we have my more cool tone, colorful palette, and then my warm neutrals palette. So it feels really nice to have it much more organized so that I know where things are and I can visually actually make sense of it all. And there are puppies running around this room. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed and I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye!